everybody, and welcome back to Tween Tuesday. I'm Miss Sydney from the South Brunswick Public Library. Today's craft is a super simple one. It involves pretty much two things that you're going to need, and you end up with a really cool bookmark at the end of it. What we're going to do is we're going to be taking little strips of paper and weaving them into a chevron pattern. And if you don't know what a chevron pattern, take a look. Yep, that's a chevron pattern. And we're going to weave it into that pattern, and you end up with a cool and kind of funky personalized bookmark. So let's go. You are only going to need a couple of things. One of them is paper, and the other is glue or tape. I'm using regular colored printer paper. You can use any kind of paper you want. You can use white paper even if you want, but it's not going to pop as much as if you used color. And one thing that's important is no matter what paper you use, you will see the back side of it. So if you have paper that's colored on one side but white on the other, that's fine. Just be aware that the white is going to show in the finished product. If you have a thicker paper, like a thicker, more cardstock paper, technically that would work a lot better, but it will still come out really cool with just the paper. So what you're going to want to do is take two colors. I'm using green and purple so that you can really see what I'm doing, but you can pick colors that are more similar. You can pick whatever color you want. It's your bookmark. And what you're going to want to do is cut 4 strips of equal size, so equal width and equal length. I already did that, so I have my strips right here. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is take 2 strips of the same color and put them together at a right angle. So a right angle is like an L. In this case, it's going to look like a V. But basically the edges will match up together and it makes like a big V. So I'm going to use my glue. Like I said, you can use tape, you can use any kind of glue. It's just paper, so it'll stick together pretty easily no matter what you use. I used too much glue, but that's okay. Now you want it to be as even as possible, but it doesn't have to be super perfect. I will say though, while usually it doesn't matter if it's, perfect or super even or not, there is a few times where it really matters whether you do things symmetrically, where you do things evenly, and this is one of those times. It will come out better if you take your time and make sure you're doing things as evenly as possible. Okay, so while we've got that going, now what we're going to do is we are going to take one piece of our other paper. If I could pick it up. Here we go. So we're going to just take our glue. Again, I'm going to use less than I did last time. And make sure it's pretty even here. The paper should line up pretty well. It doesn't have to be perfect all the way through, but you want it to be pretty close. Now that this is done, you want to take your other piece of your second color paper. So I'm going to call green 1 and purple 2, just so that it's easier to keep track of for right now. So you're going to take from color number 2, and again, match them up, get rid of the extra glue. Okay, so now that my glue is dry, we are going to work in the order of folding the outside in. It's always going to be fold the outside in, so you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to start with this left-hand side. And I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to fold it as evenly as I can so that it is now next to color number 2, which is purple in this case. And crease. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other outside edge. I'm going to turn it here so you can better see what I'm doing. Now, if you want to, this is optional, add just a drop of glue as you're doing this, just so that it all kind of stays stuck together. Just like every, few steps, just add a little bit of glue. And now you've done your first fold, and now you see that the purple is the one on the outside. So like I said, we're going to go outside in. It's always going to be outside first. So I'm going to start again, same side that I did before on the left. Fold. And I'm going to fold it carefully so that it's even. Okay, so that is all folded. Now again, other side. Again, I'm going to add just a drop of glue. Here and here. Again, doesn't need to be a lot. The folding will keep it in, like origami, but I add the glue just to feel a little more secure. So we're just going to keep doing this. Okay, so you see that I've reached pretty much the end. If you took your time and kept it straight, for the most part, it should end pretty straight. Mine did not end so perfectly straight, but that's okay. There's a little piece that sticks out here. Just going to take my scissors and cut it. But you'll see the other side ends up the same. There you have it. This is a pretty nifty way to make a kind of cool and interestingly patterned bookmark. And really all you needed was a little bit of paper, some glue or tape, and patience. So that is it for me today. Thank you for joining me on Tween Tuesday, and I will see you next time. Bye.